Good afternoon, and thanks for having us in. A convicted sex offender is back behind bars this midday facing federal child pornography charges. 33-year-old Asha Greystone is accused of viewing and uploading illegal pictures and videos of children to the internet. Greystone was on probation for a child pornography case in 2021. In that case, she served about a month in jail. A majority of her sentence was suspended. Following her court appearance this week, Greystone was released on bond. If convicted of the new charges, she faces a maximum penalty of 40 years in prison. This Saturday, the Keystone community is hosting a benefit in honor of Deputy Katie Lysing, who was killed in the line of duty in Wisconsin. The benefit will be held at the Keystone Fire Estate from 5 to 8 p.m. Mountain Time. There will be a potluck, silent auction, and bingo. Deputy Lysing served Keystone in Hill City with the Pennington County Sheriff's Office before moving to Wisconsin. Organizers say if you can't make it to the benefit, you can donate to help her family. Today is our 70th anniversary here at KELOLAND Media Group. Coming up at 10, we'll wrap up our series on the stories that shaped KELOLAND as we take a look at the stories that made headlines during the 2010s. The decade included a flood that forced South Dakotans from their homes all along the Missouri River. And in 2019, 3 tornadoes touched down in Sioux Falls city limits. From natural disasters to a building collapse, we take you back in time to the 2010s tonight at 10 o'clock. And tomorrow on KELO TV, we'll air our anniversary special, KELOLAND Your Home for 70 Years. It airs at 7 o'clock Central Time. It also airs tonight on KELO Extra. To mark our anniversary, both the city of Sioux Falls and the state have issued proclamations. For the state, Governor Kristi Noem has proclaimed May 2023 as KELOLAND Media Group's 70th anniversary month here in Sioux Falls. Today has been proclaimed as KELOLAND Media Group Day by Mayor Paul Tenhaken. Turning now to weather, we're expecting a noticeable warm-up sooner rather than later, right?
Starting tomorrow morning, actually, we should get those warmer temperatures back. Right now, though, eastern KELOLAND is dealing with some thicker cloud cover, starting to move out of the area like in Aberdeen, 57 degrees. North winds are at 22 miles an hour. Here's a look at our satellite where we do have that thicker cloud cover in eastern KELOLAND. It will continue moving to the south as we go through today. We do have a big temperature change from this time yesterday. Right now, Sioux Falls is sitting at 20 degrees colder than this exact time yesterday, along with Sisseton, 19 degrees colder in Marshall, and 17 degrees colder in Watertown. Right now, Sioux Falls sitting at 51 degrees, 47 in Watertown, 58 in Pierre, and 54 in Rapid City. Yesterday afternoon and last night, this north wind brought cleaner air, getting rid of that thicker smoke that we had yesterday, but it also brought in some colder temperatures. So today is going to feel just a bit chilly and windy in eastern KELOLAND, 61 in Sioux Falls, 63 today in Aberdeen, 67 in Pierre, and 64 in Rapid City. Tonight we'll have clear skies, 39 Sioux Falls, 40 in Aberdeen, 45 in Pierre, and 46 in Rapid City. We'll bring in a south wind along with plenty of sunshine, so tomorrow will be warmer. 71 Sioux Falls, 74 in Aberdeen, 79 in Pierre, and 79 also in Rapid City. And Sunday looks to be a couple degrees warmer yet. We'll take a closer look in just a little bit.
Thank you, Megan. More than a year into Russia's invasion of Ukraine, children caught in the crossfire are finding their own ways to cope. Many are turning playgrounds into pretend battlegrounds as the war rages on. CBS's Tina Kraus reports from London.
13-year-old Andriy runs for cover and dives into a trench with his 10-year-old friend Maxim. Their weapons are fake, but these Ukrainian children are caught up in a very real conflict. My dad died during the war, Maxim says. With the battle against Russia now in its second year, hostile scenarios have seeped into children's games across the country. Stop, you're a hostage, she shouts. 8-year-old Dana Shevchenko says, in my eyes, all Russians are evil. That's a view her mother, Lesya, doesn't share as she tries to teach her children not all Russians support the war. She says, my daughter used to ask one question to kids on the playground, what's your name? Now she asks, where are you from? At the Kovalenko home in Kyiv, mother of two Irina says it's important to tell children the truth. She says we teach them from a young age Russians are collectively responsible for the war, and those who are good have to prove it. Her 6-year-old daughter Sophia says, my mother told me they're launching bombs into Ukraine from Russia and Putin is very bad. Back on the make-believe battlefield, Andriy says, I'd volunteer to fight right now if I could. We can't let Russia win. Young Ukrainians trying to comprehend a war that shows no signs of stopping. Tina Kraus, CBS News.
More than 500 children have been killed in Ukraine since the invasion, according to United Nations statistics.